Please join me on my walk. Hello, I'm Charles Probst, and I like to walk. I don't do it as much as I used to because I have arthritis in my right foot. And it's painful. But it's such a perfect day. End of summer. We really can't call it fall yet, even though it is September. It's just a perfect day to get out. So I'm going to take a walk out and see what I can find in the way of Halloween stuff. I don't know that I'd buy anything. Most likely a squirrel. This used to be a music shop. I don't know that I'd buy anything, but could always look. Still a lot of life left. I mean, things are starting to wither, but it's nowhere near fall. In fact, it's rather warm. It gets cold at night, though. Lovely old house. My left elbow is also aching me. I usually only have one joint aching at a time. I'm still in fairly good health. I just turned 63, but since I turned 60, I've been feeling old. Back in 16, my brother died. He had acquired Agent Orange from his service in Vietnam. He wasn't even in the jungle, he was out on a beach, and they coated him with it. Though it took 40 years to get to him, it finally did him in. I understand things are far, far worse in Vietnam.
When we get to Clinton Street, we're gonna have to split up.
They are saying that the war produced mutations and birth defects. And of course, in our present time, they want to start putting this stuff on crops. Naturally. It oftentimes seems that our government is intent on exterminating us en masse. So what do you think about those new charges against Kavanaugh? More and more things start coming out. And when they rush to confirm someone, not even allowing a proper investigation, they're bound to get embarrassed in the end. So I usually go into the highway at this point, but I'm not turning that way. I'm going to turn the opposite way. Pretty much follow the bus route. The bus comes back from under the highway, but when it's going, it goes to Walmart first, and then goes across a little bridge. And that's where I'm heading. So we'll make a left right here. Get away from the highway. This is a printing service. It prints our newspaper, for one thing. So I'm going down to that two-story gray building, which is a bar, a restaurant. Then I'll make a right. The bus turns left here and goes in a roundabout way, as buses do. I will take a more direct path. Central New York production facility. It's a printing service. You can see in the distance the old white and blue IBM building. Close to us, a park. There's a Catholic church in the distance there. That would be Main Street. Oh, I'm mistaken. It's not the gray building, which isn't even gray. It's the white siding brick bottom building in the next block at the light. That's where I turn. Lovely day to get out. I have a wasp caught in my house at this time. It's behind the curtain, trying to get through the plastic. And if it could, it would just find itself a window. But it don't know any better. I expect it will die in a short while, so I'm not going to worry about it. Not the world's best housekeeper. So, this is a Carousel, one of several in town. I've been wanting to get a closer look at it, but we're not really allowed. I mean, since it's for children, an old man, it don't work that way anymore. So unless the nephew, but then the nephew, he's too old. Or maybe the sisters. If the sisters come up, then we could get inside. And I think the townspeople would require that an old man have an escort. There we are. Cattle Inn. Should be safe enough. There. Apparently, oh no, this is built next to. Not as pretty a picture as I had hoped. The water's low. I'm out of breath. So I introduced a new costume, this week's costume for Mrs. Charles Ropes, which is a fiction that I have in Second Life. Seems to be a poorer neighborhood. The better houses are up on the hill. Suppose it being next to the creek like this, there's a chance of flooding. I must admit I got a bit nervous with those three gentlemen coming toward me. It looked a bit rough, but nothing happened. I can see the next light. That's where we turn left. And behold the bus. Route 17 above us. Continue. Of course, I could have taken the bus out to the store, but then what would I have photographed? think it's time to cross. North Street points west. Or more precisely, north by northwest. Old movie. And that is actually the compass direction. Yeah, because north is actually over my right shoulder. That would be more like west by northwest. Yeah. Okay. It's interesting. The back of that house looks so ramshackled. In a curious way. A photogenic way. I'm glad I came this way. I would never have noticed it. Carousel. Carousel seems to be a decent place to eat. But if I were in the neighborhood, I'd go a few doors down to Rosies or Rosies. Lovely mountain. Noisy motorcycle. Cassiators. I'm not sure. I passed by it so many times. I've ordered out from Rosies. They deliver, which is how I know that better. And the pizzas can be found in the supermarkets in the area. Don't look like much, but the food's good. I don't need any computer work done now, but the shop where I used to go with my Apple, as far as I know, was destroyed in a flood and never rebuilt. And since then, I've had to call the guy up and meet him at the FedEx, which is not so far a trip as where his shop had been. It's actually on the bus route. I've taken the taxi out and the bus back. Yeah, my foot feels arthritic. It's in the digit bones, the long ones in the foot. The joint connecting the toes to the long bones. Solar panels. See where the sun is in the sky at 2 on the September day. That's the huffing and the puffing along. Kind of a tight fit, isn't it? The exit from this parking lot. Doesn't really need guardrails. Down and up. And on the level. I think I'm going to just let this run itself out. Maybe I'll get back to you on the way back. So please like, please subscribe. Never forget to always remember, every time a notification bell rings, an old man gets his wings, and you get to see more of my videos. So give me a big thumbs up, hit the red button. Hit the red button! And after you subscribe, ring a ding-a-ling, my little bell. And I'll talk to you again on Tuesday. Second Life is a really fun game, very much like reality. But different.